Hello students, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel Physics Insight. Today in this video we are going to cover some MCQs based on electromagnetic waves. In this video we will be covering only 50 MCQs, and in the rest of the videos we will be uploading more MCQs related to the same chapters. So keep watching us students. Now students, let's begin with today's session. So in front of you, first question is written here. Now see, in the first question, Maxwell in his famous equations of electromagnetism introduced the concept of A part AC current, B displacement current, C impedance and D reactance. So the correct option is displacement current. Now in the second question, the conduction current is same as displacement current when source is AC only, DC only, either AC or DC, neither DC nor AC. So the correct option is either AC or DC. Now in the third question, if a variable frequency AC source is connected to a capacitor, when decrease in frequency, the displacement current will increase, decrease, remain constant, first decrease then increase. See, we very well know that XC is equals to 1 upon omega C. Now omega is equals to 1 upon 2 pi frequency into C, and moreover if this frequency decreases, what happens? The reactance increases, and also we know that current is inversely proportional to reactance. Thus with increase in reactance the current will decrease. So the correct option is B part, decrease. And electromagnetic wave potential reduced when charge is moving with constant velocity, moving in circular orbit, falling in an electric field, both B and C. Now see, the source of electromagnetic wave is always an accelerated charge. So acceleration means change in velocity. Now velocity is changing in both B and C options. That's why both B and C is the correct option, means D option is correct. So the answer is D part. Now in the fifth question, which of the following has zero average value in plane electromagnetic wave? Both magnetic and electric fields, electric field only, magnetic field only, none of these. See, both magnetic field and electric field are sinusoidal in nature, so that's why both of these have average value 0. Now a charged particle oscillates about its mean equilibrium position with frequency 10 raised power 9 Hz. The frequency of electromagnetic waves produced by the oscillator is, it is again the correct answer is D option, 10 raised power 9 Hz. Now look to the seventh question. The ultra high frequency band of radio waves in electromagnetic wave is used as in television waves, cellular phone communication, commercial, FM radio, both A and C. So the correct option is cellular phone communication. C. The ultra high frequency range is 3 megahertz to 3 gigahertz. Now for such a high frequency, the tower of transmitter is very small, so they can be suitably fitted in the handy devices like cellular phone communication. That's why these kind of waves are used in cellular phone communication. Now next question is, the waves used by artificial satellites for communication is microwaves, infrared waves, radio waves and X-rays. So the correct option is microwaves. Why? As these waves have sufficient high energy to penetrate through the atmosphere of Earth and for reaching the target satellite. So the correct option is A part. Now in the ninth question, which of the following electromagnetic waves is used as medicine to destroy cancer cells? A option infrared rays, B visible rays, C gamma rays and D ultraviolet rays. So the correct option is gamma rays. Now proceeding for the 10th question. See, in 10th question, which of these is not a characteristic of wave? A option amplitude, B option period, C mass and D velocity. So the correct option is mass. Mass is not a characteristic property of wave. Next is 11th question. Example of electromagnetic waves include radio waves, light, X-rays, all of above. So all of above is the correct answer. Now in the 12th question, a vibrating electric field creates a, correct option is magnetic field, the C part. Now in the 13th question, as an electromagnetic wave travels through space, it becomes stronger, keeps changing the direction, loses energy due to medium, spreads out over a large area. So the correct option is D part. Now proceed for the 14th question. The electromagnetic waves strike matter. They may reflect, refract, diffract, all of above. So you can consider the light over here. See, light can both reflect and refract, and also it can diffract. So that's why the D option is correct for the 14th question. Which of the following statements about electromagnetic radiation is false? It provides virtually all the energy for life on earth. It behaves like a wave most of the time. Sometimes it behaves like a particle. All of its wavelengths are harmful. See, we use electromagnetic waves in order to purify water, in order to heat some food. So there are some useful effects of electromagnetic waves are there. So D option will be considered incorrect, as all the wavelengths are not harmful to us. So D option is correct for the 15th question. Now proceeding for the 16th question. What do radio waves and sound waves have in common? Both waves are transverse in nature. Both are mechanical waves. Both waves transfer energy. Both waves need a medium. So which option is correct? So the option C is correct. Both waves transfer energy. On the 17th question, an electromagnetic wave consists of a vibrating magnetic field, electric field, particle of matter, two of above. So both the options A and B are true, as electromagnetic wave consists of vibrating both electric and magnetic field. So the D option is correct answer for this. Now for the 18th question, electromagnetic waves may vary in their speed across space, energy level, C frequency, and D two of above. See, both speed across space and energy level. So these two are the correct options. So D option is correct, two of above. Now let's proceed for the 19th question. Which of the following choices lists the electromagnetic wave from lower to higher frequencies? Option A, radio waves, infrared waves, microwaves, ultraviolet light, infrared light, X-rays, infrared light, ultraviolet light, gamma rays, visible light, microwaves, UV light. So which of these four option is correct? So the C option is correct, infrared light, UV light, and gamma rays. So C option is correct. Now in the 20th question, which electromagnetic waves have a wavelength about as wide as the nucleus of atom? A part radio waves, B part infrared waves, C part ultraviolet light, D part gamma rays. So which of the option is correct? So the D option is correct here. 20th question, D option. Now 21st question, uses of UV light include A part killing bacteria, B part sterilizing surgical instruments, C part making vitamin D by skin, and D part all of above. Yes, which of the use of UV light is here? So the correct option is D part, all of above. Now let's proceed for the 22nd question. If E and B denotes electric and magnetic field respectively, which of the following is dimensionless? C, E upon B. In the first option, E upon B represents C. Moreover, this under root mu naught epsilon naught, it is also equivalent to 1 upon C. So C cancel outs with the C. So the option A is correct. So the option A is correct. Now in the 23rd question, the dimensions of 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. In the previous question we have written C is equals to 1 upon under root mu naught epsilon naught. So C square will be equal to 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught. So the dimensions of 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught will be equal to C square, means the dimensions will be L2 T minus 2. This one is the B option is the correct answer for 23rd question. Now for 24th question, if the amplitude of magnetic field is this, then the amplitude of electric field for an electromagnetic wave is 100 volt per meter, 300 volt per meter, 600 volt per meter, 900 volt per meter. Now see, if the amplitude of magnetic field is given to you, means B is given to you and C you very well know. So there is a relation that E upon B is C. So E comes out to be BC. Now B is 3 into 10 raised power 6 and C is 3 into 10 raised power 8. So it will be equal to 900 volt per meter. So this should be the correct answer. The D option is correct for this question. Now let's proceed to the 25th question. Which of the following electromagnetic radiation is used for viewing objects through fog? A option is microwave, B option is gamma rays, X-rays and infrared rays. So which option is correct? So infrared rays is the correct option. So D option is correct. Now in the 26th question, which of the following are false for the electromagnetic waves? They are transverse, mechanical, longitudinal, produced by accelerating charges. So C part is incorrect option, that these are in longitudinal waves. Okay. Now 27th question, consider an oscillator which has a charged particle and oscillates about its mean position with a frequency of 300 megahertz. The wavelength of electromagnetic waves produced by this oscillator is C. Now frequency is given to you, which is 300 into 10 raised power 6 hertz, and speed of electromagnetic waves, you know, 3 into 10 raised power 8 meter per second. Now for the wavelength, we know C is equals to frequency into wavelength. So your wavelength comes out to be 3 into 10 raised power 8 divided by 300 into 10 raised power 6. So the wavelength will be 1 meter. So A option is correct for the 27th question. Now let's proceed for the 28th question. Now direction of propagation of electromagnetic wave is given as E cross B. Now see, if the direction of propagation is along x-axis, means towards I cap your wave is propagating. So the correct answer should be J cap cross K cap, means in J direction your electric field should be there and in K cap your B direction should be there. So the correct option is D part, So A option is correct, EJBK. Now in 29th question, in an electromagnetic wave in free space, the root mean square value of electric field is this, the peak value of magnetic field. So the relation between root mean square and peak value is, now E root mean square is equals to E naught by root 2. Now automatically E naught will be equal to root 2 E root mean square. Moreover, E upon B is equal to C. So B can be evaluated as E by C. Now if you will divide this equation by C, so you will be easily getting B naught. Okay, so root 2 means 1.41 upon 3 into 10 raised power 8 into 3 Now value of E root mean square, it is 3. So it comes out to be 1.41 into 10 raised power minus 8. So 29th, first option is correct, that is A part. The 30th question, during the propagation of electromagnetic waves in a medium, electric density is double of the magnetic energy density, electric energy density is half of the magnetic energy density, electric energy density is equal to the magnetic energy density, both electric and magnetic energy densities are 0. So which option should be correct? So for the 30th question, the option C is correct. The electric energy density is equal to the magnetic energy density. Okay, so C option is correct for 30th question. Now 31st question is, a radiation of energy E falls normal on a perfectly reflecting surface. The momentum, the radiation of energy E falls on perfectly reflecting surface. The momentum transferred to the surface is E by C, 2E by C, EC, E upon C square. So which option should be correct? See, if a photon, see if we are having a surface and if photon is falling on it and it reflects back. So the change in momentum is equivalent to the momentum absorbed. Okay, so we have to evaluate the change in momentum, and also we know that E is equals to PC in case of photon. Now we know that E is equals to PC in case of photon. So P comes out to be E upon C. It is for the photon coming towards the surface. Once it reflects away from the surface, so the final momentum becomes minus E upon C. So change in momentum is what? P initial minus P final. It automatically becomes 2E by C. Okay, so the correct option is B part. Now for the 32nd question, which of the following is an electromagnetic wave? Alpha rays, beta rays, gamma rays, all of them. So which of these are electromagnetic in nature? Only gamma rays are produced by the acceleration of charges. So electromagnetic wave is the gamma rays only. So C option is correct, that is gamma rays. Now in the 33rd question, which of them is used to produce a propagating electromagnetic wave? An accelerating charge, a charge moving in constant velocity, a stationary charge, and an uncharged particle. So the correct option is A part, an accelerated charge. Now let's proceed for 34th question. The 34th question is, E is equals to E naught sine 10 raised power 6 x minus omega t be the electric field of plane wave. The value of omega is, you have to calculate the value of omega. So we know that E can be written as E naught sine kx minus omega t. Now k is here a propagation factor of wave, so which is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Now if we compare this equation with the given E is equals to E naught sine 10 raised power 6x, so your value of k comes out to be 10 raised power 6, and it is equivalent to 2 pi by lambda, this one. So lambda comes out to be 2 pi into 10 raised power minus 6 meters. Now in order to evaluate frequency, so you can easily determine it with the formula. Now frequency comes out to be 3 into 10 raised power 8 upon 2 pi into 10 raised power minus 6. Now in order to determine frequency, you will multiply it by 2 pi. So when you multiply this 2 pi here, so this 2 pi will cancel out, so automatically the value will become 3 into 10 raised power 8 plus 6, 14. So the correct option is D part, 3 into 10 raised power 14 radian per second. Now 35th question, which of the following is not true for electromagnetic waves? It transports energy, it transports momentum, it transports angular momentum. In vacuum it travels with different speeds with different which depend on their frequency. So which of these four is not correct? So it is, in vacuum it travels with different speeds. So the speed of electromagnetic wave is same every time, that is 3 into 10 raised power 8. So D option is incorrect answer. So it is the answer for our 35th question. So for 36th question, the electric and magnetic field of an electromagnetic wave are in phase and perpendicular to each other, out of phase, not perpendicular to each other, in phase, not perpendicular to each other, out of phase and perpendicular to each other. So it is in phase and perpendicular to each other. Why? Because the value of time for which the electric field is maximum at the same time in an electromagnetic wave, the value of B represents the maximum value, that is B naught, as we can indicate, or you can relate it with the equation E is equals to CB. So according to this, at the time period where E is maximum, at the same time the B will be maximum. So that's why they will be in phase with each other. And very well we know that in the electromagnetic wave, if the direction of propagation of wave is in x direction, then the electric and magnetic field vectors are perpendicular to the direction of propagation, and moreover these two vectors are also perpendicular to each other. That's why A option is the correct answer for the 36th question. Now let's proceed for the 37th question. A plane electromagnetic wave is incident on a material surface. The wave delivers momentum P and energy E. P is equals to 0, E not equal to 0, P not equal to 0, E 0, P not equal to 0, also E not equal to 0, P equal to 0 and E equal to 0. So which option is correct for the 37th question? So it is the C part. As we have also done in the previous questions, that when a photon hits a surface, so the change in momentum comes out to be 2E upon C. Okay, so change in momentum is not 0. Okay, so this change in momentum is the momentum delivered by photon to the surface. So if delta P is not 0, okay, so there means the delivery of momentum is not 0, and automatically momentum is associated with energy with the formula E is equals to PC. So that's why the energy is also not 0. So C option is correct, for both P and E are not 0. Now next for 38th question. When an electromagnetic wave encounters a dielectric medium, the transmitted wave has same frequency but different amplitude, same amplitude but different frequency, same frequency and amplitude, different frequency and amplitude. So which option is correct for the 38th question? It is A option is correct. Same frequency but different amplitude, as frequency is a unique property of a wave. Wherever the wave goes, the frequency remains unchanged. Okay, so automatically if frequency is unchanged, but see, the electromagnetic waves when enter a dielectric medium, so its speed will be changed. So by using the relation frequency into wavelength is equals to C, as C is changing but frequency is not changing, so automatically wavelength has to adjust in order to keep the product constant. So that's why A option is correct. Same frequency but different amplitude. Now for the 39th question, that was the first to predict the existence of electromagnetic waves. So the A option is correct. It is Maxwell. Now for the 40th question. An electromagnetic wave can be deflected by electric field, can be deflected by magnetic field, can be deflected by both electric and magnetic field, none of them. No doubt, electromagnetic wave is formed from both electric and magnetic field, but they cannot be deflected by electric and magnetic field. So the D option will be correct, that none of these, they cannot be deflected by electric as well as magnetic field, but they can be deflected by gravitational fields. Can be deflected by gravitational field. Okay, now for the 41st question, which of the following waves are not transverse in nature? Only sound waves, as sound waves are longitudinal in nature. So B option is the answer for 41st question. Now next is unit of energy density of electromagnetic wave is energy density. Now energy density means energy per unit volume. Now the unit for energy is joule and for volume is meter cube. So joule per meter cube is the correct answer. So A option is correct for the 42nd question. Now let's proceed for the 43rd question. Choose only the incorrect statement from the following. E is perpendicular to B. E is perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. B is perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. E is parallel to B. See, only D option is incorrect as E and B are perpendicular to each other. So that's why D option is incorrect. Now next, infrared radiations are detected by spectrometer, bolometer, photocells, gigatubes. So for 44th option, the B part is correct answer, bolometer. Bolometer is a device which determines the you can say intensity of radiation by heating effect. So bolometer is used. Now SI unit of displacement current is Coulomb, Ampere, Faraday, none of these. See, displacement current is a type of current. So the SI units of current is Ampere. So here B option will be correct. Now let's proceed for 46th question. Now see, a point source of electromagnetic radiation has an average output power of 800 watt, the maximum value of electric field at a distance of 4 meter from the source. You have to evaluate the maximum value of electric field. Okay, so firstly tell me the formula for power. You know that the intensity of electromagnetic wave is related by this formula, P upon 4 pi r square. This r is the distance at which you wish to evaluate the electric field. So also intensity is equal to 1 upon 2 epsilon naught E naught square, epsilon naught E naught square C. So by comparing these two relations, so we know P upon 4 pi r square is equals to half epsilon naught E naught square into C. From here the value of E naught comes out to be 2p upon 4 pi r square epsilon naught C. Okay. Now power is given to you. The value of P is 800. So 2P will be 1600. Now also 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught we very well know is equivalent to 9 into 10 raised power 9. Okay. And moreover R square is equal to 16 and R is 4 here. So C is 3 into 10 raised power 8. So C, this 3 cancel out with this on 3 and 16 goes with here 100. So it comes out to be root 3 into 10 raised power 11 minus 8. So it comes out to be 11 minus 8 is 3. So root 30 into 10 raised power 2. So what is the value of root 30? 5.477, and when you multiply it with 10, so it becomes 54.77. So the correct option is D part, that is 54.77 volt per meter. Now see, in the 47th question, the frequency of an electromagnetic wave in a free space is 3 megahertz. When it passes through a medium of relative permeability epsilon r is equals to 4, then its frequency will be. Now see, frequency is the property of wave. Wherever the wave goes, the frequency doesn't change. So the correct answer is remain same, that is the C option. The C part is correct for the 47th question. So that's all, students. I hope the video is clear to you. All the questions which we have discussed in this video are clear to you, and we will be uploading more videos related to the more MCQs based on the chapter electromagnetic waves, and also we will be uploading the more videos related to some other topics also. So students, keep watching our content. If you like the video, keep supporting us by liking and sharing our content. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button. See you again, students, in the next video. God bless you all.